Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavade Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram, Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai Gora Nitai Jaya Gora Nitai. Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramsa Parivrajapacharya Shri Shri Madhabai Sharanara Vinya Bhaktivedanta Manor Chila Prabhupada Ki Shri Guru Parampara Ki Shri Stopana Vrinda Ki Ramacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Ji Jiva Pavitra Sarunat Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Prem Sikao Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadgura Bhaktivedanta Ki Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Shri Radha Gokulananda Ki Jai Shri Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman Ki Jai Shri Gaura Nitai Ki Jai Mathura Vrindavan Dham Ki Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Gangamaya Munamai Ki Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Yuga Dharma Shri Harinam Sankirtana Ki Jai. All glories to somebody devotees. All glories to somebody devotees. All glories to somebody. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Guru.
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadaine Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha Shilatankanakhalaya Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho Parato Narsimho Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimho Bahe Narsimho Hide Narsimho Narsimhamadim Sharanam Prapade Tav Kar Kamal Vare Nakhamadbam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Kanu Bengam Keshav-dhrita Nar Hari Rupa Jai Jagdish Hare जगदीश हरे मनवरे नाखम अद्भुत श्रृंगार शिभु केशवधृता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जयो नरसिंहदेव जयो नरसिंहदेव जयो नरसिंहदेव जयो नरसिंहदेव जयो प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जयो प्रहलाद महाराज जयो जयो प्रभुपाद 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 जयो जयो प्रभुपाद नरसिम्हा भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की राधा गोकुल नंद की श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की गौरा निताय की शीला प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare சாட்ஸ் இருக்கு
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru
There's no kind of band, do they? Yeah, maybe the company is this, yeah. All right, to support us. All right, give me what you can, yeah? Sure, thank you very much. Wait, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Radha Gokula Nanda Shri Radhe Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya 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 Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Shila Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Shila Prabhupada Gurudeva 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 Jaya Gurudeva Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Srila Prabhupada ki Srila Gurudeva ki Nitai Gora Premanande Hari Okay.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Vaishnava Sri Rupam Ratjatam Ravanatanatam Tam Sadivam Sataitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sadhana Lalita Sri Radha Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Rama,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. So we're going to have a Bhagavad Gita class now. Thank you all so much for being here. So we'll just start with a prayer. Please clap along or sing along if you know the prayer. Thank you so much. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivanadari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivanadari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Pramanande. Hare Krishna everyone, thank you all so much for joining the Bhagavad Gita class. So this is a wonderful opportunity. Every single one of us have a very unique life. We all have responsibilities and duties in this world. And as a result, often what it is that we experience so much absorption of the material reality. You know, the world that we're living in there. There's so much things that we experience and so many things that we go through that actually leaves a specific impression in our consciousness that often makes it very difficult to remember Krishna. So therefore, Srila Prabhupada's wish was that every morning we start off with the Bhagavatam class, every afternoon a Gita class, and every evening before you rest, a Krishna book. So therefore, today afternoon or evening we'll be having the Bhagavad Gita class, and we'll be reading from chapter 7 of verse 30 of the Bhagavad Gita. But before we start off, what I want to do is I want to begin with a short prayer. These are not a very ordinary type of discussion. These are not ordinary classes, but these are very unique because it revolves around Krishna. And anything that revolves around Krishna is very auspicious. So therefore, we'll start off with a short prayer and then we'll get into the session. Om Jnana Timandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashacha Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Vanchakalpatarubhishya kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you all so much for being here. It can be quite a little bit late in the evening, so therefore there's so many places you can be, yet you've chosen to be here at Bhaktivedanta Manor in the temple. So what a wonderful opportunity for us all to churn this wisdom and see what we can learn and how we can apply the philosophy in our own life and make it come to life. So thank you all so much. Hare Krishna. So as I said, we're going to be reading from chapter 7 of verse 30, and actually this is the last verse before we come into chapter 8. So what I'll attempt to do is recite it in Sanskrit, and then after that the translation and transliteration. Sadibhuta de divyam mam sadiyagyam chaye vudo prayana kale pichamam te vidur yukta chetasaha. Sadibhuta de di devam mam sadiyagyam chaye vidu Prayana kale pi chamam te vidur yukta chetasaha sadibhuta adi devamam sadiyagyam chaye vidu prayana kale pi chamam te vidur yukta chetasaha. So repeat after me. Sa adi bhuta, and the governing principle of the material manifestation. And the governing principle. So what I'll do is I'll read it in Sanskrit and then you follow after, and then the English translation and you follow after. This is called Shravanam Kirtanam. So you hear and then you recite. So let's start that again. Sa adi bhuta, and the governing principle of the material manifestation. Adi Devam, governing all the demigods. Mam, me. Sa Adi Yagyam, and governing all sacrifices. Cha, also. Ve, those who. Vidu, no. Prayana, of death. Kale, at the time. Api, even. Cha, and. Mam, me. Te, they. Viduhi, no. Yukta chetasaha, their minds engaged in me. So this is translation. Those in full consciousness of me, who know me, the Supreme Lord, to be the governing principle of the material manifestation of the demigods and of all methods of sacrifice, can understand and know me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even at the time of death. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Persons acting in Krishna consciousness are never deviated from the path of entirely understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the transcendental association of Krishna consciousness, one can understand how the Supreme Lord is the governing principle of the material manifestation and even of the demigods. Gradually, by such transcendental association, one becomes convinced of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and at the time of death, such a Krishna conscious person can never forget Krishna. Naturally, he is thus promoted to the planet of the Supreme Lord, Goloka Vrindavan. This 7th chapter particularly explains how one can become a fully Krishna conscious person. The beginning of Krishna consciousness is association of persons who are Krishna conscious. Such association is spiritual and puts one directly in touch with the Supreme Lord. And by His grace, one can understand Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the same time, one can really understand the constitutional position of the living entity and how the living entity forgets Krishna and becomes entangled in material activities. By gradual development of Krishna consciousness in good association, the living entity can understand that due to forgetfulness of Krishna, he has become conditioned by the laws of material nature. He can also understand that this human form of life is an opportunity to regain Krishna consciousness and that it should be fully utilized to attain the causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord. Many subjects have been discussed in this chapter: the man in distress, the inquisitive man, the man in want of material necessities, knowledge of Brahman, knowledge of Paramatma, liberation from birth, death and disease, and worship of the Supreme Lord. However, he who is actually elevated in Krishna consciousness does not care for the different processes. He simply directly engages himself in activities of Krishna consciousness and thereby factually attains his constitutional position as an eternal servitor of Lord Krishna. In such a situation, he takes pleasure in hearing and glorifying the Supreme Lord in pure devotional service. He is convinced that by his doing so, all his objectives will be fulfilled. This determined faith is called Dhirdavrata, and it is the beginning of Bhakti Yoga, or transcendental loving service. This is the verdict of all scriptures. This 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is the substance of that conviction. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport to the 7th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam in the matter of knowledge of the Absolute. Hare Krishna. So it's a very wonderful chapter and a wonderful verse, and Hopefully I'll be able to share some things in the short time that we have. So let's read that translation again. Those who know me as the Supreme Lord, as the governing principle of the material manifestation, who know me as the one underlying all the demigods and as the one sustaining all sacrifices, can with steadfast mind understand and know me even at the time of death. So one thing that we can understand from Srila Prabhupada's, the Bhagavad Gita and Srila Prabhupada's purport is that actually we have a personality called Jiva Goswami. And what Jiva Goswami actually explains is something really incredibly interesting. So there's presentations there. You can also look at it. It's very interactive. So what Jiva Goswami actually explains is that we have something called Praman. And there are 3 different types of Praman. So there are 3 different types of way in this world, in the society that we're living in, that we're able to extract information, that we're able to extract knowledge. And one of these Praman actually helps us to come closer to Krishna. Because what it is that we're able to understand Krishna. But let's go through this systematically. One of the most fundamentally important thing is to understand how the mind works. Because when we can understand how the mind works, then what we can do is we can master the mind. And when we can master the mind, then we can actually help, support, and encourage others in mastering their mind. So first, we must understand our mind. So these 3 different types of praman, let's start off with one. One of the praman is called pratyaksha. How many of you have heard that before? Pratyaksha is basically when we extract information based on what we see and based on what we perceive. And unfortunately, what it is trying to understand the spiritual reality that which Krishna has created, which Krishna belongs to Krishna. We're unable to understand that with our direct perception. Our direct perception are so limited. We're not able to grasp the whole spiritual reality. We're not able to grasp our relationship with Krishna if all we simply rely is on what we hear and what we see alone. So there must be more. There must be more than that. And so the next thing is something called Anuman. So on one hand, what it is that you're trying to understand your relationship with Krishna. You're trying to understand the spiritual reality based on what you directly perceive, based on what you directly hear. But the problem with these is that the senses can be misguided. The senses can sometimes actually put us into illusion. And we've all experienced that. We've all experienced parts of our life sometimes where we go through struggles, we go through difficulties, we go through challenges. And in moments like that, we think that Krishna has abandoned us. Have you ever felt that in life? Sometimes where you're going through a particular difficulties, a particular challenge in life, and you feel, where is Krishna in all this? How is Krishna guiding my life? How is Krishna supporting my life? What is Krishna doing to take care of me? But then often you realize that those difficulties and challenges later on down the line in life, actually those were the catalyst of the situations in your life that's actually brought you closer to Krishna. But you were not able to perceive of that when you were experiencing those challenges. And that is the problem with pratyaksha. It's that we see things, we absorb things, but often we don't realize that things are filtered. So therefore we don't see the reality as it is, we see the reality as we are. The next thing is Anuman. Anuman means assumption. It means that when we make assumptions, and this happens all the time, they say that most of the time arguments actually take place in our relationship because we assume something about our partner, because we assume things about our friends, because we assume things about life. Sometimes we make tempting and easy decision because we think that's what's going to give us the relief that we need, only to come to realize that later on there's regrettable outcomes in that. And that is what is assumption. Assumption means that when we act first without thinking. But what Krishna consciousness, what the Bhakti tradition actually teaches is that first we must think and then we can act. But what are we thinking about? That is the question. We have so many thoughts. The mind, the nature of the mind is always to be active. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is explained. So what is it that we're thinking about? And so therefore, Jiva Goswami actually lays it down very beautifully. He said what it is Shabda. That means a source of wisdom and inspiration that is coming from the spiritual world, that is coming from the spiritual reality, that is coming from Krishna himself. Because ultimately Krishna is the source of all knowledge. So therefore, if he is the source of all knowledge, and if we're able to actually receive that knowledge from Krishna directly in the form, in the manifestation of his books, of his devotees, of all these gifts that has been gifted to us, then what actually we can do is we can navigate through life in a very much more inspiring and empowering way without distractions. So these are the varieties. So we have Pratyaksha, we have Anuman, and we have Shabda. And Shabda ultimately is inspiration. So why am I sharing this? Srila Prabhupada, in one of his purport, he says, as you make your progress spiritually, as you become hot, just like I have given several times the example, if iron put into the fire, it gets warmer, and becomes red hot. And as soon as it is red hot, it is no longer iron, it is fire. The iron, wherever it will touch, it will burn because it has the quality of a fire. So although we have all these different praman, the most important thing in our life is actually to associate, to become friendship with, to develop friendship with, to develop relationship with those that are actually fascinated and interested in understanding what the truth is. Often a lot of our habits, a lot of our qualities, and the autopilot in which we function on is actually comes down to the people that we surround ourselves with. So therefore, if people are interested in constantly seeking out the truth through pratyaksha, through their direct perception, then what happens is then we also develop that interest, we develop that quality. Everything in this world is actually governed by ruchi, is actually governed by taste, is governed by attraction. So the type of attraction that we have is the sort of person we will become. So therefore, if we are attracted by people that love learning, that are absorbed in the wisdom that's been gifted by Krishna, then naturally that will also become someone who we are. But if we're actually focused and we choose to involve and surround ourselves with people that are constantly making assumptions, that are constantly just believing what they see, then what happens is we develop the same quality. So it's really important to constantly analyze, to evaluate, to introspect in your life and ask yourself, who are the type of people that you are surrounded by? And what happens is that actually when we are surrounded by the right type of people, by Vaishnavas, by devotees, by those that are inspired to seek out the truth, then what happens is that our addiction, because that's naturally what it is, our addiction to negativity becomes into inspiration. They say that the nature of the mind is that we have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. And out of that, 90% of our thoughts are a repetition and 80% are negative. 80% of our thoughts are actually negative. So therefore, the way to actually be able to transform our addiction, our attraction for negativity is by finding devotees, by finding Vaishnavas, by finding those that are actually interested in elevating their consciousness and improving their life in according to what Krishna has given, a sattvic lifestyle. And when we do that, is then what happens is we make decisions rather than being indecisive, rather than just being indiscretion. We make decisions based on inspiration. And that means is that we don't just conform. The beauty about Srila Prabhupada, once Srila Prabhupada was in New York, and then Srila Prabhupada was asked, like, don't you get affected by what's happening in New York? And he said, no, because I'm always in Vrindavan consciousness. So therefore, what it is that when we surround ourselves with people whose consciousness are elevated, our own consciousness elevates. And so therefore, even if we are in difficult situations and circumstances in life, we always feel connected to Krishna. And then therefore, instead of making tempting decisions, we make the best of decisions. That actually helps us to bring us closer to Krishna. And the beauty of that is when we make the best decisions, then we inspire and empower others around us to make a better decision for their lives. So you see how the Bhagavad Gita is a framework in which when we study, we analyze, we read under the instruction of our spiritual teachers, our mentors, and we improve our life, then we can actually naturally also help others to improve their lives. So the most interesting thing is that every process starts with what is called Shravanam. we want a relationship with Krishna, but how often do we take the time to understand Krishna? Imagine if today you were to enter into a relationship with someone and you don't have any clue about their dislikes, their likes, what they're fascinated in, what they're interested in, all these variety of things. Imagine if you did not take the time and the opportunity to take interest in that, then would you be able to actually know that person properly? Would you? No. Shishi Radha Gokulananda ki, Shishi Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shishi Gaurnitai ki. So, every single one of us in this room and those that are watching online, we may all desire to have a relationship with Krishna. We may all want relationship with Krishna, but my question to every one of you is, how much interest do you actually take in Krishna? How much are you really fascinated in Krishna? How often do we actually spend, like often we may get so engulfed in so many services, we may do so many variety of things to help humanity, to help devotees, to help people, to help the community. But how often do we pause and do we take the opportunity to get to know the person, the object of our love? How often do we do that? How often do we actually take interest? What does Krishna like? Who is Krishna? What does he dislike? How can I really get his attention? So the more we can actually understand why we're doing what we're doing, then what happens is then actually our service and everything that we do develops a depth. Then even in difficult times, in hard times, instead of feeling the temptation and wallowing up in the temptation to choose the easy route, we keep persevering because we know our object of love. So often we need to ask ourselves, when we're feeling dry of inspiration, when we're feeling dry in our spiritual life, how much relationship have we really and truly developed with Krishna? How much relationship have we truly and really developed with our spiritual teachers, those that are actually helping us to connect to Krishna? When we have a fine-tuned relationship, then what happens is that we're able to carry on through the hurdle and the tides of the difficulties of life. But when that relationship, when that bond is weak, then what happens is so much temptations and so much distractions actually come into our life that often actually diverts our attention away from that person that we truly and really love. So it's so important to take time. And especially if you think that you don't even have 5 minutes for Krishna, then give 10 minutes to Krishna. Because you'll realize a lot of the time it's actually the excuses in our mind. We think that we have so many things to do, and yet when there is something that we're attracted to, we're very quick to give time and attention to that. So it's not a matter of not having time, it's a matter of what do you value in life. If you value a relationship with Krishna, irrespective of how difficult it is, you'll find time. But if what you value is anything other than Krishna, then you'll always find reasons why you can't read, why you can't chant, why you can't get to understand and connect and know Krishna better. So therefore, how can we recognize Krishna? Sometimes we say, Krishna, I want to be able to experience you in my life. Krishna, I want to be able to see you in my life. But you see, Krishna, we can experience him in every moment, in every opportunity, if we actually get to understand what type of personality he is. And when we get to understand how he navigates, how he functions in our life. It is said that actually when we leave everything in Krishna's hand, and we see Krishna's hands in everything. So therefore, Krishna is actually very much in our life. And if we're unable to see him, it's probably because we're too dependent on our direct perception. And we're too dependent on our assumptions and our perception, rather than understanding what is the higher philosophy, what is the higher perspective in all this. So therefore, it is said that everything starts from Shravanam. Everything begins with what you hear. And then what you hear influences what you think and what you speak out. And then what happens is then that actually influences what you're able to remember. If we want to remember Krishna more, then we have to start off from hearing. If you actually take the word heart and you take the H and the T, you have ear. If you want to actually understand the heart of Krishna, then you have to hear from Krishna. It's fascinating, isn't it? We want to understand Krishna, but we don't even want to give our ears to Krishna. So then therefore, how can we conquer Krishna's heart? And how do we do that? Through the amazing devotees that are in our lives. And so, what is it exactly that we're trying to hear? You know, often people say, first show me God and then I'll hear and study about him. But the reality with that is, even if Krishna was right in front of you today, you would not be able to actually recognize him. If so many Gyanis, personality in the past, like Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, these personalities so learned, so scholarly, if even they were able to actually appreciate in the beginning the divinity, then how are we able to see that divinity with just pratyaksha, with our direct perception? So therefore, knowledge is not enough. If we just simply have knowledge, but that knowledge does not come with sadhana, with some level of spiritual practice, then what happens is that we develop the inability to be able to experience Krishna and to perceive Krishna. So knowledge is not enough. What it is that we have to be absorbed. We have to bathe in the ocean. We have to be absorbed in not just learning, but in understanding, in appreciating, in experiencing Krishna. We have to develop an attraction. And we can develop that attraction through understanding Krishna's name. Because Krishna and his name are none different. How often when we chant do we actually really sit down and we meditate on the beautiful, glorious name of the Lord? That this is actually none different. We treat Krishna in a certain way, yet we often treat in an unmannerly way towards his name. How? Through being distracted when we chant that name. Through being absorbed. Sometimes, you see devotees, they're just on their phone and at the same time they're chanting. Or you see devotees, it's like they're thinking of so many things other than Krishna's name when they're chanting. It's like being in a conversation with your friend and he's not listening. How does that feel? It's not nice, is it? It's disrespectful. And so therefore what it is that if your friend is distracted by something else while you're talking to him, will you appreciate that? Will you pay attention to that? No. So similarly, what it is that our relationship with the divine, with Krishna, is actually personal. He is a person. And when we're chanting, we're actually talking to that person. Often in our life, it may seem and feel that there is nobody that is there to listen to us and that life is a struggle because nobody understands us. But actually, if we simply turn to Krishna and we take our japa as an opportunity to talk to him, to connect with him, then what happens is we'll experience a response. We'll actually experience him replying back to us. And we'll know what it is that we need to do in our life. So therefore, if we don't experience a response, what we have to ask ourselves is actually, how attentive is my chanting? And people may say, but sitting down is hard. Chanting, like I have to focus, is hard. I'm a very active person. I'm this sort of person. I'm that type of person. But the reality is, if you just sit with it, if you attentively hear, if you absorb yourself in, what you'll actually experience is the magic. You'll experience the presence of the Lord, and there is nothing incomparable to that. And understanding his name, but then also understanding his form, understanding his nature, understanding how he actually functions. And when we're able to understand all these things, believe you me, you will actually develop attraction. Srila Prabhupada said that there are only two types of attraction we have here. We either have an attraction to the divine Lord, or we have an attraction for all the distractions. The question is, which one are you interested in? Distractions may give you a short-term relief, but long-term pain. But the Lord, even though in the short term it may be uncomfortable, but in the long term it's actually very, very sweet. It's very inspiring. Because for the first time, what will happen is you will actually get to understand who you are, and you will get to understand your relationship with the Lord, and you will actually understand that you're simply not just living, you're simply not existing in this world, but there is a cause to live in this world, and that is service. Serving the divine through all of his paraphernalia, through the devotees, through sweeping the temple, all these things that actually allows us to develop the humility that we need to be able to perceive divinity. So it is actually said that just being close to Krishna is not enough. proximity to God is not enough. Arjuna was so close to Krishna, and yet he experienced moments of bewilderment. Not only that, we also have someone called Rupa Kaviraj, who knew so much, but when it came to the time to respect a Vaishnavi, he was unable to. So too much knowledge, too much of just absorbing without application can harden our heart, and it can actually give us the inability to be able to see how Krishna is able to communicate through different life lessons, through different situations and circumstances in life. And so therefore, instead, what we can try and do is emulate even a little bit of the mood of Parikshit Maharaj. The most important thing, the reason why we're not able to take our spiritual life serious is because we do not value time. We do not value time as much as we think we do. If we truly and really value time, we would live as every moment is our last. And so therefore what we would do is we would take the utmost interest in understanding how we can perfect our life and how we can avoid these distractions of life. So therefore it's so important, take some time, take some moment, take some opportunities in your life to pause. And in that moment of pause, just read and meditate on the Gita, on the lessons, on the questions. Because Arjuna's questions are not just Arjuna's questions, they are also our questions. But he just explains it and he describes it and he asks in a way that perhaps maybe we're unable to ask in such a way. But yet if we read and we reflect and when we meditate, then often what will happen is the questions of our life, we will come with a solution. And we will be able to apply that solution. And we will experience transformation. And with that transformation, our faith will increase even furthermore. So we must take the moment to pause in our life and to reflect on the questions of life. Otherwise, even Srila Prabhupada said that the dilemma of his time was that there were so many devotees that had so many skills to build temples, to build centers, to build farm communities, but they did not have faith in Krishna. So one thing that I want every single one of you to be careful of is don't compare skills to faith. You may have the skill and the ability to do something, but if you do not introspect, if you do not go within, then what happens is that you may fall short of faith. So your skills and abilities may actually enhance, it may even increase, but that ability and skill may actually be the very source of what makes you proud and what makes you fall. So your skills and abilities must also match with the intensity of your faith. Whatever you do, do it because you have faith in that and not because you're good at that. Because if you're good at something, it may just develop, it may just be your shortfall. So as much as we focus on the external and what we can offer and what we can do, at the same time, simultaneously, we must actually go within and we must see how we can construct our faith in the Lord. Just as we're constructing many temple buildings and many communities and many centers and many facilities, we must also see what facilities requires within us. So therefore, we're able to sustain a healthy and balanced spiritual life. A one where down the line, we don't become very doubtful about, because there's so many reasons in this world often to be doubtful. So it's really, really important. And it's important, Krishna, every moment, hear this out. There are so many struggles in this life. There are so many difficulties for devotees, for everyone. We think that, I've taken to spiritual life, now Krishna will take care of all my affairs. That may not necessarily be the case. Because there are situations, circumstances, things in our life that we will experience down the line. But what it is that instead of seeing these as impediments, what we can learn to try and see these are as blessings in disguise. Just like Krishna in the spiritual world, when he's running around with his calves and it's time to gather the calves together, in one sense he may call out for their names and some may respond. But then later on he may even play a flute to get the attraction of others. Others may respond. Maybe he may blow the buffalo horn, few more will respond. And there may be few that may not respond at all. And so then you know what needs to happen. So similarly, what it is that the situations and circumstances in our life, often it's actually a call for Krishna to help us to realize, is this the world that we really and truly want to be in? A world filled with so much selfishness, a world filled with countless desires of people looking for ways to elevate themselves materially, but in the process of it, they neglect the spiritual reality that there also is. So all these are reminders. Sometimes in life, we may experience a moment where we think to ourselves, wow, it's not that bad here, is it? But then in times like that, what we don't realize is that actually there are so many calamities in this world. So therefore, what it is that Krishna often, he breaks us from our distractions to help us to see that this reality is not often what we perceive. And that shouldn't make us depressed. That shouldn't make us sad. That shouldn't make us feel like, we're completely just morose type of people. No. It should actually encourage us and empower us to help ourselves, and as a process to help others. The analogy that Srila Prabhupada often gives is like a camel that is actually chewing on these thorns. And it thinks that it's sweet. It keeps chewing until it starts to suck on its own blood. So similarly, this world is as such. Every day we think that we're okay, we're fine. But it only takes one or two things for our lives to collapse. So therefore, Krishna consciousness is not there to disempower us, but it's actually there to empower us, to give us the tool, the facility, the ability, what we need to be able to navigate through life, even in times when we feel we have lost everything. And so therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is also described, what type of person do you want to be? In the Bhagavad Gita, it explains that there are three types of knowledge. There are three types of intelligence. There's first type intelligence, there's second type intelligence, and there's third type of intelligence. First type of intelligence, it is said, is that hearing the divine knowledge or hearing the Gita and applying that in your life. It is said that when we're young, we have time, we have energy, but we don't have money. When we're in our middle age, we have money, we have energy, but we don't have time. And when we're old, we have time, we have money, but we don't have energy. So therefore, it is said that the first type of intelligence is the most ideal because you're saving yourself time. And time may not necessarily be something that we have. But when we are actually able to absorb yourself and the knowledge of the Gita, then what you're able to do is save yourself time, and you're able to experience the highest truth and use that highest truth to help and serve others. But then the second type of knowledge, the second type of intelligence is observing. Sometimes you may see other people make mistake. So instead of just hearing and learning through hearing, you may experience and you may see other people make mistake, and maybe that may teach you something. But then the last one, where we waste the most time, where we waste the most energy, and sometimes it even costs us, is the third type of intelligence, when we have to actually experience the pain, the difficulty, the challenges before we learn. Do we have that type of time? We may not necessarily have that type of time. So therefore the question is then, how can we, as best as we can, develop a second type of intelligence and the first type of intelligence? Where we're able to learn from the experiences that people are going through around us, and where we're able to learn from the Gita, which is actually the most ideal. And the way to do that is that we must actually have an attraction, and we must have a fascination for Krishna consciousness. People often think that spirituality is a sentiment. People think that Krishna consciousness is just a matter of just having faith and faith alone. No, this is a spiritual science. And it's amazing because when we actually perceive this as a spiritual science, then our fascination increases. Then we start to realize that there is a process, that there is a formula. And when we actually understand that process and formula, it inspires us and empowers us to want to carry on. And so there's 4 things that we can understand here. First of all, what we can actually try and understand is that the reason why Krishna consciousness, the reason why this process is a spiritual science, is because of the advanced theology and how it has actually been able to stand time. The Bhagavad Gita is actually so interesting because irrelevant of what day and time and age that we're in, the knowledge, the wisdom still stands till this day. It covers the most important thing. Who are you? What is this journey that we're on? What is our relationship with the Lord? How are we influenced by this world? And actually, what is it that we're trying to accomplish? Secondly, the Bhagavad Gita is the most amazing, the most incredible scripture, because what it is that it covers so much detail of Krishna's personality, of the reality of this world. And it is said, actually, the more detail that there is, then the easier it becomes that we're able to navigate through life. It gives so much description, but often the question is, are we interested in it? The third thing is that actually the Bhagavad Gita is so beautiful because not only has it had an impact and an effect on the lives of devotees, but it's even had an effect on the lives of musicians, artists, creators. So many people in the world that have actually read the Bhagavad Gita, in one way or another, their life has actually been touched. It's been moved, it's been transformed. Even those that think that they don't actually believe in any divine, in Krishna. And lastly, the essence of the Bhagavad Gita, what is it? Is bhakti. Is that ultimately Krishna says, whatever you do with love and devotion, I will accept that. So therefore, it's not what you do. It's not even who you are. It's actually the intention and the attention. When these two things are there and you do so in a loving way, then what happens is that your faith increases, your proximity to Krishna, not just physically, but also spiritually and consciously, it actually increases more. And you feel closer to Krishna even more than just if you just have the wisdom alone. So it is said that religion without philosophy is sentiment, or sometimes fanaticism, while philosophy without religion is mental speculation. So in order to increase our faith, what we need to do is we need to hear. And hearing, we also need to have some form of spiritual practice. So my encouragement to every single one of you, when you go home, is that ask yourself, what can you do? How can you give 5 or 10 minutes of your time to Krishna? Or for those that can give more, how can you give half an hour of your time or an hour of your time to Krishna? And then what happens is that when you have that sadhana, then that increases your faith even more. It's a cycle. If you feel like your faith in Krishna is not increasing, you have to actually evaluate and see, where am I going wrong? What is my shortcoming? What is the lack? What is the thing that I'm not to invest in energy, time into? And how can I actually improve that and enhance that? The more introspective that we can become, then the more we can actually defeat the excuses that we have in our own life of what's actually impeding and preventing us from developing relationship with the Lord. So therefore, Shraddha means to put your heart into something. Every single one of us, we've all chosen to put our heart into different things. For some, it may be wealth. For others, it may be fame. For others, it may be career. For others, it may be being a parent. For others, it could be many things. Every single one of us, our heart is actually invested in a certain space, a certain place. But yet what happens is actually, if we can understand that putting our heart into Krishna, then everything else in our life naturally becomes satisfied and fulfilled. And that's what it is. Life is just the pursuit of happiness. But what we don't realize is that happiness, we're looking for it in all of the wrong places. And we're investing our energy and our time into things with a very low return of investment. Yet when we invest our heart into Krishna, then what happens is that we get the highest return of investment, because eventually, one way or another, we get prema bhakti. And there is nothing more beautiful, there is nothing more magnificent, there is nothing more glorious than prema bhakti, pure love of the Lord. Because that's the nature of the soul. The nature of the soul is to love and be loved. So where else can we really and truly get love from other than Krishna? Not in our success, not in our fame, not in our money, not in our status, not in our position, not in anything else but the Lord himself. So please take some time and opportunity to go home today and to reflect on yourself. What can I do a little bit more to actually invest in my relationship with the Lord? Because this is a relationship, and to the degree that you invest, that is to the degree that you experience magic. You experience reciprocation. With that being said, thank you all so much for for listening, and I hope that you were able to extract and take and learn something a little, and I hope that you'll be able to take that with you home to your children. And yeah, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nittai Gaur Pramanande. Hare Krishna.
Shri Radha Gokulananda ki, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. You guys could do a little bit louder than that. Hare Krishna. That's it, we want you to sing just like that, with lots of enthusiasm. We're going to be singing the Gaura Arti, for which the lyrics are up here on the screen, so you can follow along. This is a prayer to Lord Chaitanya, whose appearance day was yesterday. So we can all sing loudly. Call and response. Kiba Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Aroti Ko Shobha Kiba Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti Ko Shobha Kiba Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande Aroti Ko Shobha Van Jagamana Loba Jana Vitaka Van Jagamana Loba Dakinenitai Chan Bamegadadhara Dakinenitai Chan Bamegadadhara Sate Advaita Shri Vasa Chatradhara Sate Advaita Shri Vasa Chatradhara Bosi Ache Gora Chan Ratna Simhasane Ache Gorachan Ratna Simhasan Arati Kore Nakam Adi Devagani Baje Karatar Shankha Baje Ganta Baje Karatar Madhur 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 Bhaje. Shankha Bhaje Ghanta Bhaje. Madhur 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 Bhaje. Shishi Gonitai ki Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujvala Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Vadana Ujvala Bala Deshe Bana Bala Kore Jalamala Kore Jalamala Shiva Shukka Narada Remegada Gada Dana Mana Loba Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavar Pastatya Deshatarine Namaste Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivedanta Jaya Shri Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Radha Gokula Nanda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajacharya Astuta Satishi Srimad, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivajacharya Astuta Satishi Srimad, His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki. Shri Mayapur Dham Ki. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki. Gangamaya Yamunamaya Ki. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani Ki. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki. Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hare Hare Wo. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Hare Krishna. You guys can do a bit better than that. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. On behalf of Bhaktivedanta Manor, we'd like to thank you all so much for coming to the Gaur Arati evening program. We invite you to take a seat just for a few moments because we'll be chanting praise to Lord Nrsingadev for everybody's protection on this auspicious day of Monday. We want to chant praise for protection. Just bear with us a few moments and Mahaprashadim will be served. As long as you stay for Nrsimhadev prayers. Haribol!
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Dayine. Hiranyakashipur Vaksaha. Silatankana Kalaye. Ito Nrsimha Parato Nrsimha. Yato yato yamitato Nrsimha. Vahe Nrsimha Hirdaye Nrsimha. Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadye. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare Jaya Jagadisa Hare. Nrsimhadev Jaya, Nrsimhadev Jaya, Nrsimhadev Jaya, Nrsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Prahlad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. Now there will be some Mahaprasad served just next door, so please go and take some. Hare Krishna. Oh, I don't know about that privilege. I just sung this with the I just sung this.
Which one, the black one or the silver one? You did that. No, you sing. No, you sing.
Oh my god, my arms are wet. Should we go get prasada? Should I go get prasada?
Guys, use this one first. So get the main bit off. So that we can always rinse that out and dry out the cloth. Mom will sing.
I would say yes.
So